Hey guys, Jimmy with Florida Bushcraft. I'll go over some of my favorite bushcraft tools while I'm out here. Came out here for a meetup that we do. Right now it's just me, my friend Roy, walking there. He works for St. Pete Fire Department. And came out a day early, got set up. That's my hammock. Anyway, let's get to it. So cutting tools are one of the most popular things that we go over. So I thought I'd show you some variations of what I use. And it's a variation usually almost always of 3 of these, sometimes 2. We'll start with saws. So this actually is not mine, but this is Michael Rudolph's from the page. He left it at the last meetup, so I brought it this one to give back to him. But it's a Sven saw, so it folds up kind of in here. You can use it. This thing eats wood. It's really nice. I've only used it a couple times, but I'm gonna have to get one. My big saw is a Bob Dustrode buck saw. So let's see here. It also folds up. The blade goes in here, collapses up to where you're just kind of carrying this thing, and fairly lightweight. I will say if you're going to use it, wear gloves because this is just not that comfortable. But it's really good for sawing, bigger pieces of stuff. If smaller stuff, I have a Baco Laplander. So this thing is just with me always, every day trip, no matter what. Even if I'm bringing a big saw, a day hike, it doesn't matter. I use this thing a lot. Now from what I understand, the silky saws cut better, but they're prone to breaking, and I'm not gentle with stuff, so I don't trust myself with one of those. This thing, you can see you can bend it, flex it, and it doesn't break, and that's why I keep this. Knives. On the small end, I have a Essie RB3. So I've put my own scales on it. They're not great, but they're pretty nice. But anyway, small knife, Scandi grind, real sharp, real good for carving and stuff like that. And it's nowhere near a survival knife. But for bushcraft stuff, when you have other tools, you don't need a survival knife. This thing is cool, and I wet formed the sheath, so it fits a little better. It's cool. I got this thing a while back. I just really like it. My quintessential survival knife is going to be also modified, but an SC6. So I've had this thing for several years. I need to clean it a little bit, but you can see it's got some little orange spots on there. But I'm out here. We're going to do a lot of tool stuff, so it'll either get knocked off from being used or work on a little bit. But yeah, I put scales on this also. This is what I take if I'm not bringing an axe or if I'm going somewhere where I'm unfamiliar. I could get lost, the whole lost hiker scenario thing. But, a combo like this is something I would carry on if I'm trying to really be diligent and not take a lot of stuff. That would be what I would do there. Probably my favorite to use, though, the best all around, is an LT Wright GNS. So Scandi grind also needs to get cleaned up. This one's old. It's an SRI edition, which is an old magazine, survival magazine, whatever. But anyway, it came out for that, and I picked it up. Nice sheath, got a dangler, ferro rod loop, and this thing is, out of anything I own, this is just what feels right to me. So that's why I use this one the most. It's not specialized for anything I do. It's just good all around. Now, a good budget option, if you're just getting into it, is a Condor bush lure. This was my first Scandi knife and first bushcraft knife when I started going smaller with the knife thing. And I haven't used this thing in a long time, but it's awesome. There's really no complaints. The ergonomics on the handle are good. Some people complain about the fit and finish on these, but this is pretty good. Beat the crap out of it, and it doesn't break. My favorite thing about it is, so it is made out of a 1075, I think, which is, not quite as revered as, say, 1095, but it sharpens really, really quick. And to me, that's almost like a really big plus in a survival knife where, if you're caught somewhere, being able to sharpen your knife could be a really good thing. But anyway, I added a ferro rod loop to that myself, and not the best quality. I'm not a leather guy, but it works. Okay, axes and hatchets. Little Husqvarna hatchet. So nice, I bought a new sheath for it. The sheath that comes with these are just loose and terrible, really. So that hatchet itself was like 30, 40 bucks, something like that. The mask that I bought for it was another 30, 40 bucks. Worth every penny. It's just really nice, but yeah, little hatchet. Now on the big end of my axes, and if I was going to go on something like a loan, this is what I would take. It's a Council Tool Boys Axe. It's a 28-inch handle, 2¼ pound head. I made a little collar for it, polish it up pretty nice, and it gets shaved sharp. Boiled in seed oil, the handle, and bring this because we're car camping. I'm probably not going to hike in places with this, but we're doing any kind of overlanding type stuff in our Jeeps. You know, this is coming with me because why not? Especially on these meetups, we go through a crazy amount of firewood. You know, you have like 20 guys over here, you know, for the weekend. We go through a lot, so bring big axes for big work, right? So I just really like this thing. You know, these are only like 30 or 40 bucks or something like that, and if you had to pick just one axe, this would be it. Like I said, if I was going to go on a loan, this guy right here is what's coming with me. Now, probably my favorite tool, and Josh Hernandez bought this for me for Christmas because he's an awesome friend. It's a Gransford's Brux small forest axe. So 19-inch handle, small. You know, they call it an axe, but really I use it more like a hatchet. So think like a hatchet with a long handle. Like when you compare the heads, you know, it's really not that much different. Matter of fact, I think this head's heavier than this one, but I could be wrong. But this thing is just a pleasure to use, you know, for splitting and, you know, getting in there, doing any kind of like small stuff. And it's just really fun. But like I said, I can swing it two-handed, but most of the time I'm one-handing this thing. So could be because I'm 6'1", like 210, you know. But anyway, that's the rundown. I'm not going to go over, you know, pocket knives, stuff like that. My pocket knife's usually a Swiss Army knife, and I have a couple more carving tools, you know, for spoons and such. But that's pretty much the loadout for this trip, as far as cutting stuff. So anyway, I hope you like this. Hope you got it was good being able to see some of the tools side by side, you know, size comparison stuff. And yeah, always lounging in the hammock. So I guess we're gonna go cut firewood now. Anyway, if you guys are coming to meet up, I'll see you tomorrow.